California, wildfires have always been a part of life, but not like this. At least 24 people have lost their lives. Instead of decreasing, emissions increased by 0.8% in 2024. Peter Kalmus says we need to stop this. Extreme wildfires spreading over 10,000 acres are now 25% more frequent than in pre-industrial times. But the real question is, why are these conditions becoming so extreme? Los Angeles, America's film city, the home of Hollywood, has been destroyed countless times in movies. Earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, alien invasions, you name it, LA has faced it on screen. But now it's not a movie, it's real. Fire has devastated Los Angeles. The scenes are heartbreaking. Everywhere you look, there's destruction. Have you seen the videos? There's a fire tornado in Palisades. Can you imagine? A tornado made of fire. And then there's this terrifying footage from a man trapped in his house as flames surrounded him. He kept saying, "It's gonna be okay," over and over, trying to calm himself. Thankfully, he was rescued. But not everyone was so lucky. At least 24 people have lost their lives, as of when I was collecting the data. The fire has spread across 40,000 acres. More than 12,000 buildings are gone. Homes reduced to ashes. Over 180,000 people have been displaced. And the financial loss? Estimates say it could reach $50 billion. This isn't just one fire, it's multiple fires, spreading across different areas. Palisades, Eaton, Hurst, Kenneth. So many places engulfed in flames. By January 12th, some fires were under control, but others were still raging. Only 15% of the Eaton fire and 11% of the Palisades fire were contained. What's shocking is that this is happening in January. January, it's supposed to be winter in LA, the wettest month of the year, but instead we're seeing wildfires. How did we get here? There's a deeper story behind this, and it's one we need to understand. From a geographical perspective, the reasons seem clear. Not enough rainfall, dry vegetation, strong Santa Ana winds. These winds coming down from the mountains warm up and dry out the air, making the land a tinderbox. But the real question is, why are these conditions becoming so extreme? Low rain, low humidity, dry vegetation, heavy winds. What's causing this? The answer is climate change. Peter Kalmus, a climate scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, has been warning about this for years. He even moved out of Los Angeles in 2022 because he realized it wasn't safe anymore. He wrote about a dark truth, a truth about powerful people and their role in this crisis. 2023 was the hottest year ever recorded. Since 1850, global temperatures have never been this high. Compared to pre-industrial times, the average temperature is now 1.48 degrees Celsius higher. This isn't a fluke, it's the trajectory of climate change. Greenhouse gas levels are at record highs, sea levels are rising, Antarctica's ice is melting. And yet, at the COP28 summit, the promise to phase out fossil fuels turned out to be empty. Instead of decreasing, emissions increased by 0.8% in 2024. 2024 broke 2023's records. It's now the hottest year on record. The United Nations warned us we must not let global temperatures rise more than 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, but we've already crossed that threshold. Why am I talking about all this? Because climate change is undeniably linked to what's happening in Los Angeles. October 2024 was the second hottest month in California's history. June and July were the hottest ever. Southern California saw no rain after July. Everything dried up. Then came the Santa Ana winds, making the situation even worse. Wildfires aren't always caused by humans, but they're becoming more frequent and intense because of us. Ecosystems that depend on periodic fires are being thrown out of balance. Dead plants and animals that would normally decay are now fueling massive fires, releasing nutrients into the soil at an unnatural rate. Humans even use controlled burns to manage ecosystems, but what's happening now is far beyond that. This is fire ecology, and it's a science we need to understand better. In California, wildfires have always been a part of life, but not like this. From May to October, fires are common, triggered by lightning or human activity. But now, 85% of wildfires in the US are caused by humans. Campfires left unattended, Power lines sparking, even firecrackers. These are the triggers. The Palisades fire is suspected to have started from New Year's firecrackers, but the real problem is climate change. The wildfires we're seeing now aren't natural. They're a direct result of human activity, and it's only going to get worse. A 2021 study showed that the number of fire weather days in California has increased from 66% to 90% over the last few decades. Extreme wildfires spreading over 10,000 acres are now 25% more frequent than in pre-industrial times. 8 of the top 10 most devastating wildfires in California have occurred between 2017 and 2024. This isn't just bad luck, it's climate change. Wildfires in Hawaii, heat domes in the Pacific Northwest, hurricanes in North Carolina, disappearing oases in Morocco, floods in Dubai, unbearable heat in India. This is happening everywhere. Peter says we need to be enraged, because until we are, nothing will change. And when you find out who's responsible, you will be enraged. Since 2016, 57 companies have been responsible for 80% of global greenhouse gas emissions. ExxonMobil, Shell, BP, Chevron, Total Energies, these are the names you need to know. And they've known about the dangers of climate change for decades. They've funded disinformation campaigns, paid off politicians, and blocked renewable energy initiatives. They've put profits over the planet, and now we're paying the price. Peter Kalmus says we need to stop this. We need to hold these companies accountable. We need to protect ourselves from the billionaire class that's blocking progress. We have the technology to transition to renewable energy, but they're standing in the way. They're paying politicians to keep the status quo, and while they profit, the planet burns. Peter says we need civil disobedience. We need to take away their power. We need to fight for our future. Because if we don't, who will? If you're watching this, I'm asking you to join the movement. We need to live sustainably, but we also need to hold the powerful accountable. Planting trees and cleaning up our neighborhoods isn't enough if the people at the top are destroying the planet for profit. We need systemic change, because if we come together, we can make a difference. You've been an amazing audience. If you watched this far, leave a comment down below with hashtag #IWatchEd till the end. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this exploring different aspects of climate and geography. And if there's a specific topic you'd like me to cover, drop a suggestion. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because this year is going to be one hell of a ride as I delve deeper into government, finance, and all the crazy things happening in the world. Thanks for watching.